Hello everyone, Andy from Andark here. Today I'm going to talk to you about wetsuits. But the first thing people say is, well, why do I need a wetsuit? Well, going back to basics, if you're going to go into the sea or a lake, fresh water, just think about it. It's likely to be much cooler than your body temperature. Your body temperature is about 37 degrees. If you're winter diving, you're going to be anywhere from going into water at about 4 degrees upwards to a mean average of the UK seawater between 12 and 15 degrees C. In other words, it's cold. We need to wear something to protect ourselves. Now, for most UK diving, shallow water diving, we would look at a wetsuit. And a wetsuit comes in various thicknesses. It's made of neoprene, and neoprene is a type of rubber which is very flexible. The rubber does not absorb water. And the idea of the suit is that it should basically be a second skin. So when you put it on, it doesn't want to be baggy in places. It's okay normally to be a bit baggy under the arms just because it's more comfortable, but it's vital that it fits you around the chest and your legs and waist area. The idea basically is when you go into the water, it will trap a layer of water between your body and the inside of the suit. Now that's what stops you getting cold, because that water will warm up to your body temperature. They're very, very effective. Generally speaking, the colder the water, the thicker the wetsuit needs to be, and we measure them in mil. So a 3 millimeter wetsuit is good for water temperature around the 18 plus to 28 degrees, something like that. Beyond those temperatures, you're more likely just to go in and dive in a skin or some kind of protection against coral, etc. Right, 3 millimeter wetsuit. There's quite a few on the market. They are sized normally in adult sizes from extra small to triple extra large actually these days, and they are in female sizes as well. Here's an example of a 3 millimeter one-piece wetsuit. You get into it via the back of the suit. There's a zip there. Now, a school of thought says that by putting the zip at the back, your chest area is going to be much warmer and perhaps more flexible. However, there are quite a few suits on the market which are front zipped, and it's personal preference. Try it. If it's comfortable, that's the main thing, then that's the one you should go for. Modern neoprenes are very stretchy. To get the latest wetsuit, which is stretchy in all directions, that will cost you more than a standard wetsuit. This is the waterproof 3 mil wetsuit. In fact, it's 2.5 mil. It's very stretchy, ideal for warmer water diving. Here is the fourth element, Xenos suit, again 3 mil, extremely flexible, very comfortable to wear. Again, ideal for warmer climes. Okay, so we're going to go diving in the UK, and we're going to be diving anywhere down to about 25-30 meters. Now we are experiencing a heat wave at the minute. Unfortunately, that does not spread to the sea. So you're going to be in seawater temperatures probably of around 12 degrees by the time you get down to 30 meters. So you're going to need more than a 3 millimeter wetsuit. Here is an example of a 5 millimeter wetsuit, which is ideal for the average British summer dive. You notice it has a hood here. Now remember that you lose a huge amount of heat through your head, right? So it's vital that you wear a hood. You're going to have boots on because you're probably wearing backstrap fins, and it's a good idea to protect your hands with thin gloves. That way you're going to stay nice and warm and have a really good dive. And if you want to go back in, a wetsuit like this will still be good and keep you warm enough for that second dive. Here's another example. Here's the Proteus from Fourth Element. Again, very stretchy, but that's all relative. Remember that 5mm, the thicker you go, will never be as stretchy as a 3mm. So don't be surprised if you've been used to warm water suits, you put on a 5mm suit and it might feel a bit like a straitjacket. Don't worry about that. Stay in it for a few minutes, walk around the shop, etc., and you'll find that after a while you very quickly get used to it. And of course, once you're in the water and you have your full dive kit on, you're really not aware of it. One thing you are aware of, though, is that a 5mm suit should keep you nice and warm. Okay, so we've talked about wetsuits, and beyond 5mm, there are 7mm wetsuits. And over the top of your one-piece wetsuit, you can wear a shorty or an overvest, which gives you up to 12, even 13mm of material. However, what a lot of divers like to do these days is stay dry. The benefit of staying dry is that you can effectively, comfortably do several dives without feeling cold. And when you're on the surface, if there are inclement weather conditions, you're still going to be nice and warm, especially if you're doing all year round diving. In the winter, the dry suit comes into its own. The question that I'm often asked is, I've just started diving, what should I buy? Well, if you're UK diving, I would start with a 5mm wetsuit because it's really flexible. You can use it in Mediterranean conditions, you could use it winter Red Sea diving, certainly more than good enough for summer UK shallow water diving. And then you can add to that insulation by buying a shorty to go over the top or a thermal vest underneath. So if you want to get started, look at 5mm, and there's several on the market. We here at Andark have plenty to choose from.